Cristiano Ronaldo is arrogant, selfish, only cares about himself. That's what everybody keeps saying, right? But here's the thing. Almost everything you think you know about him is backwards. This isn't just about one footballer. You're about to see how the media built a character that doesn't exist, and how easily that same trick gets pulled on anyone who doesn't play along. The kid from Madeira nobody talks about. February 5th, 1985, Madeira, Portugal. Dos Santos Aveiro was born into proper poverty, not struggling with poverty, actual poverty. His mother, Maria Dolores, worked as a cook and a cleaner. His father, Jose Diniz Aveiro, was a municipal gardener and a part-time kit man for the local football club. They lived in a small house with a tin roof that leaked. The family was so poor that his mother tried to terminate the pregnancy before he was born. She drank warm beer and ran frantically trying to abort him. The doctor refused to help her, so Ronaldo nearly didn't exist at all. When he was growing up, the family couldn't afford proper meals. At 12, Ronaldo used to knock on the door of the local McDonald's begging for burgers. A woman named Edna and her colleagues would give them free food because they knew the kids were hungry. That's the reality nobody mentions when they call him arrogant today. At 12 years old, he left Madeira, moved to Lisbon to join Sporting CP's youth academy, hundreds of miles from his family. And it got worse. The other kids bullied him, made fun of his Madeiran accent, mocked him for being the poor kid from the island. He cried himself to sleep most nights. One teammate even said Ronaldo would stay up doing push-ups at midnight and practice free kicks until his feet bled because he was so desperate to succeed. Then at 15, he was diagnosed with a racing heart condition called tachycardia. It could have ended everything before it even started. He needed surgery. They used a laser to fix it. If that hadn't worked, there'd be no Cristiano Ronaldo. But it did work. By 17, he'd broken into Sporting's first team. At 18, Manchester United signed him for £12 million after he destroyed them in a friendly match. So when people say he's arrogant, they're talking about a kid who fought through poverty, bullying, a heart condition that almost killed his career, and years away from his family just to get a chance. But that's where the story takes a turn. And if you're still here, hit that subscribe button. Stories like this need to reach more people, and it helps us keep making these videos. Now let's talk about what the media did next. How the press built their villain. 2003. Ronaldo arrived at Manchester United as an 18-year-old. He was given the number 7 shirt, the one worn by George Best, Eric Cantona, David Beckham. That alone painted a target on his back. And from day one, the British press had their angles sorted. He did step-overs. He celebrated goals. He was flashy. So they called him a show-off. They said he dived. They questioned his commitment. Never mind that he stayed late every single day working on his skills. Never mind that he trained harder than anyone else. The narrative was already set. Arrogant, selfish, a diva. Rafael da Silva, his former teammate, said Ronaldo helped him and his twin brother settle in Manchester when they first arrived. Said Ronaldo was kind and supportive, nothing like his public image. But you won't read those stories, because they don't fit. And here's how it works. The press takes quotes out of context. They publish stories about diva behavior. They make things up. One time, a fake quote went viral. It claimed Ronaldo said he was one of the 3 best players in the world and reserved all 3 spots for himself. The story spread everywhere. Ronaldo denied it through his agency. Nobody cared. The damage was done. At a press conference before a FIFA award ceremony, a journalist asked him who the 4th best player was, since he'd apparently reserved the top 3 for himself. Ronaldo had to explain again that he never said it, that it would be disrespectful. But the myth lived on. This happens constantly. Nothing matters to the media. Stories get published. The charity work the media ignores. So if Ronaldo's this selfish guy who only cares about himself, explain this. In 2014, he paid for a 10-month-old baby's brain surgery. The family of Eric Ortiz Cruz had asked for football boots and a shirt to auction for charity. They needed €60,000 for the surgery. Ronaldo donated the items. Then he paid for the entire operation himself. €60,000 out of his own pocket. He's covered cancer treatments for children. He's funded surgeries. He's paid ongoing medical expenses for families who couldn't afford them. In 2009, he donated £100,000 to the hospital that treated his mother for cancer so they could build a cancer center in Madeira. He auctioned his 2013 Ballon d'Or replica for €600,000. All the proceeds went to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. That's a charity for terminally ill children. Most players keep those trophies in their cabinets. Ronaldo gave his away. He's a global ambassador for Save the Children, UNICEF, and World Vision. He's donated to Syrian refugees, Portuguese wildfire victims, and Indonesian tsunami survivors. And here's something most people don't know. Ronaldo doesn't have any tattoos. That's deliberate. He regularly donates blood, and he's even donated bone marrow. You can't donate blood immediately after getting a tattoo because of infection risks, so he stays tattoo-free to keep giving blood. He became a bone marrow donor after his Portugal teammate Carlos Martins had a son who fell ill. Ronaldo said donating bone marrow is something people think is difficult, but it's just like drawing blood and doesn't hurt. He did it to help the child, but you won't see headlines about any of this because it doesn't fit the story. The arrogant superstar doesn't care about anyone, remember? Except he's quietly helped countless families without any publicity. He's given bonuses to stadium staff. He's covered living expenses for people facing hardship. The Messi rivalry that never existed. Here's another one everybody gets wrong. Ronaldo and Messi hate each other, except that's complete rubbish. Both players have repeatedly said they respect each other. They've done charity work together. There's a video of Ronaldo saying he'd love to have dinner with Messi. The rivalry exists on the pitch because they're both competitive. That's what makes them great. But off the pitch, there's mutual respect. Ronaldo's actual words about Messi have always been positive, but the media needs drama. Same thing with his teammates. The press constantly reports that Ronaldo's difficult to work with, that he demands too much. But his actual teammates tell a different story. They talk about how he pushes everyone to be better, how he's the first to arrive at training and the last to leave. Even at 39 years old, he's still doing that. And when he moved to Al Nassr in Saudi Arabia in 2023, people said he was finished, that he'd gone for the money. What they don't mention is that his move sparked a revolution. Karim Benzema, N'Golo Kante, Neymar, loads of other top players followed him there. He opened up an entire league to global attention. But sure, he just went for the money. What his past actually reveals. Let's go back to where this started. Ronaldo doesn't drink alcohol. He's obsessed with his physical condition. He takes multiple naps throughout the day instead of sleeping in one block. He follows a strict diet. He trains constantly, not because he's vain, but because he knows how fragile it all is. He watched his father's life fall apart. He nearly lost his own career at 15 because of a heart condition. He knows it can all disappear in a second. That's why he works the way he does. That's why he's still playing at the highest level at 39 when most players have retired. And that's why he gives back the way he does. He remembers what it's like to have nothing. He remembers being the kid who got bullied for being poor. So when he has the chance to help someone else in that situation, he does it, without needing the credit. But the media doesn't want you to know that version of Ronaldo. They want the arrogant superstar who only cares about himself. Because that's a better villain. That's a better story. And it keeps people engaged, keeps them clicking, keeps them angry. The truth nobody wants to hear. So what's the actual truth? Cristiano Ronaldo is driven. He's competitive. He wants to win. But he's also someone who came from nothing, who fought through things most people can't imagine, and who uses his success to help others. He's helped countless people without asking for anything back. The media created a character that doesn't exist. They built this image of an arrogant, selfish diva because it fits their narrative. And once that image is out there, it's almost impossible to change it. No matter how many times Ronaldo proves them wrong, the story stays the same. That's the lesson here. It's not just about one footballer. It's about how easily the truth gets buried under a good story. Ronaldo's not perfect. Nobody is. But he's a lot closer to being a hero than the villain the media wants him to be. And if they can do it to him, they can do it to anyone. Now, if you really enjoyed watching this video, then like it and consider subscribing to the channel, as we will be bringing up more anticipated content soon in this channel. I'll see you later.